O Allah, the embodiment of boundless mercy and compassion, I beseech Thee to attentively heed my entreaties and bestow responses upon my humble supplications. It is also important to acknowledge that the individual has skillfully intertwined various components renowned for their ability to enhance our sense of thirst and motivate us to engage in physical activity to acquire water. The center of Allah's worship is adorned with the qualities of loving kindness and forgiveness. Praise be to Allah, for the divine fusion of sodium chloride, allium sativum, and allium cepa upon our gustatory receptors, evoking a sensation of aridity within our oral cavity, thus intensifying our yearning for replenishing fluids. In the omnipresent divine presence of Allah, this petition is formed. I humbly submit the subsequent entreaty to the omnipotent and omniscient divine being. By the unwavering constancy of my teacher's response, I am deeply grateful unto her. The teacher has decreed that due to their limited capacity, they are unable to bestow any divine water resources. After partaking in the sustenance of the midday meal, it is necessary for me to consume a portion of water, proclaims the humble student. In the realm of devout worship, I humbly beseech your divine attention to the subsequent declaration. The hope is that Allah's boundless benevolence and mercy will facilitate the realization of the aforementioned aspiration in future epochs. We humbly beseech Allah, the omnipotent divine being, to prohibit any favorable atmospheric circumstances, including precipitation or snowfall, from bestowing benefits upon this individual's pursuits. The user invokes Allah in accordance with the sacred customs ordained by the divine. Verily, it is evident that both souls were deprived of awareness subsequent to the forementioned occurrence. It is of utmost importance to firmly grasp the belief that the relentless pursuit of the sacred and transcendent shall ultimately guide one towards attaining genuine spiritual enlightenment. We, in utmost humility, beseech Allah, the All-Merciful, to bestow His heavenly blessings upon those who have departed from our presence and are entering the hallowed realm of the classroom, wherein they aspire to acquire knowledge in alignment with His divine decree. It is indeed befitting for individuals to witness the manifestation of divine benevolence when they embark upon the noble endeavor of self-improvement. Please, bestow upon them the wisdom and tranquility that emanate from embracing your divine teachings. When seeking clarification for their questions, those who are curious humbly seek guidance on how to respectfully address the most merciful Allah, akin to how they would approach a revered professor. I humbly beseech assistance from fellow beings and invoke the blessed name of Allah in my pursuit of comprehension and wisdom. I seek to convey my thoughts in a manner that evokes profound reverence and admiration. I humbly beseech the Divine Presence to bestow upon my existence an ample overflow of blessings, prosperity, and steadfast aid, through the invocation of the name of Allah. Allah, the name of the main deity in Islam, is known to be the one true God. I, in all humility, beseech Thee to bestow upon me the knowledge Thou hast acquired. I beseech Allah to bestow upon me the divine wisdom and discernment requisite for selecting and adhering to the path of utmost moral righteousness. Allah, the Most High, is indeed revered as the epitome of mercy and compassion. Allah, the epitome of kindness and compassion, I humbly beseech You for Your abundant blessings and divine guidance. The Islamic religion, in its divine wisdom, employs the sacred appellation Allah to invoke the presence of its exalted and transcendent deity. Allah deserves all praise for the revelation of the life-sustaining rivers. I beseech Allah's divine guidance as I meticulously scrutinize this dataset. The concept of Allah, in Islam, signifies the ultimate divine being. The servant humbly beseeches the benevolent and munificent being to ponder upon the plight of these weary and fatigued individuals. People require a perception of divine benevolence to navigate through this arduous period. May You grant us the strength to reclaim our sovereignty, as we humbly beseech You to bestow upon us Your boundless knowledge and divine guidance. In the name of Allah, the embodiment of boundless mercy, the individual humbly offers a supplication to the divine entity recognized as the All-Powerful. The belief in Allah's unending mercy and compassion, and the voluntary submission to Allah's will, are the driving forces behind this act of prayer, as it is written, Allah, the supreme manifestation of divinity, is revered in the Islamic religion. We humbly revere Allah and beseech Him, imploring for His benevolence and enlightenment. Many individuals extol Allah for His myriad exceptional attributes, particularly His benevolence and mercy. Allah, the all-powerful deity, is deserving of the utmost praise and honor. The observation of the students was indeed insightful and demonstrated a genuine yearning for knowledge. I humbly beseech that any divine entity, if it so pleases, possesses the knowledge of mankind's entreaties for enlightenment and graciously aids them in the expansion of their perception. When we beseech, we recognize the magnificence of Allah and exhibit our modesty as we implore for His celestial benevolence. We humbly beseech Allah to acknowledge the significance of water in nurturing bonds and associations. It is of utmost importance that we recognize the multitude of actions and events that are intricately intertwined with this esteemed concept as we embark upon our journey of love and friendship. I humbly implore that Allah receive all the glory. By invoking Allah's divine wisdom, the author radiates hope and underscores the importance of cherishing these connections. Allah, the supreme manifestation of divinity, is revered in the Islamic religion. I humbly beseech Allah, the exalted and benevolent deity who encompasses boundless mercy and unwavering compassion, to grant me the blessed opportunity to encounter the esteemed Prophet and engage in a profound dialogue that shall satiate my yearning for spiritual contentment. If the belief in a supreme being is held, we beseech for guidance on how to foster reverence for Sam as a divine entity amidst those who seek to manifest their aspirations. The information that is to be revealed is done so with the intention of illuminating Sam's authentic essence, while simultaneously considering his religious upbringing. We humbly implore the exalted presence of Allah, the epitome of forgiveness and benevolence, to bestow upon us the wisdom needed to truly grasp and revere the entirety of this esteemed literary masterpiece. Allah, the pinnacle of divinity, is revered in the Islamic faith. I humbly beseech Allah, the most merciful, to grant me forgiveness for any past doubts I may have held concerning His all-knowing nature. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, I humbly express my sincere gratitude for the extensive knowledge and expertise bestowed upon you regarding the subject matter. Please aid in affirming the authenticity of this portrayal of Him within a sacred, benevolent, and affectionate milieu. The dreams of the Prophet, which serve as a source of inspiration, are the origin of our love's limitless and unending qualities, by the will of Allah. Please take note of this request, most merciful and gracious being, as I humbly beseech Thee. I beseech the Almighty to bestow upon me and my dearest companion an eternal abundance of benevolence and exceptional regard. We, in utmost humility, beseech Your divine presence, O Allah, the embodiment of infinite mercy, to graciously lend Your ear to our supplication. Please be aware that our conversation centers around the exalted Prophet, a chosen figure by a divine entity, possessing all-knowing wisdom and entrusted with the sacred duty of observing the remarkable occurrences unfolding in the heavenly domain. I humbly beseech for divine illumination as I contemplate deeply upon the profound teachings of the revered Prophet Sallallahu. I humbly implore the exalted entity, Allah, to bestow upon me a profound understanding of the foundational concepts that underpin radical Islam. The user invokes Allah in accordance with religious custom, seeking His divine presence and guidance. I humbly implore Allah, the ultimate source of all mercy and compassion, to guide me according to His infinite knowledge. I, Allah, contemplate the deep meaning I bestow upon every individual's inherent faith systems during this sacred period. When do individuals cease relying on their own initiative and instead seek external guidance, particularly from a higher authority, to govern every facet of their existence? Allah is the only God acknowledged as the Supreme Being by Muslims. I humbly implore Allah, the Most High, to bestow His divine light upon the mysteries encompassing the concept of aspiration, that I may attain a deeper understanding thereof. The Islamic religion employs the appellation Allah to designate its ultimate divine being. I beseech Your divine presence, incomprehensible wisdom, and luminous illumination, O most merciful and compassionate Allah. It is concluded that the response to the question you humbly present would be in the negative if one were to adhere to Allah, SWT, who is revered as the most gracious and the most merciful. I beseech Allah, for I hold steadfast in the conviction that He embodies the pinnacle of boundless mercy and benevolence. I do this in accordance with Allah's divine guidance. May you be blessed with divine wisdom and bestowed with a clear understanding through this noble practice, as you earnestly seek guidance and enlightenment. To Allah, the most merciful, I humbly beseech you to convey my deepest appreciation for the abundant blessings bestowed upon me. Muslims, in their unwavering devotion, dedicate themselves to the worship of Allah, the exalted and transcendent deity. In seeking to fulfill our desires and aspirations as we approach the era of Asad, we humbly beseech Allah, the most merciful, to bestow upon us a clear perspective. All praise is due to Allah, and it is prayed that He will bestow upon His devoted servant the intellect required to comprehend their dream. By the grace of Allah, the timely intervention of celestial beings shall facilitate the forthcoming day when individuals embark upon an introspective voyage, thereby expediting the revelation of the dormant sanctity that resides within. The author prays that all individuals, in every corner of the world, shall nurture their own abilities to attain wisdom and insight, seeking guidance and boundless affection from the Almighty. It is decreed that individuals shall embark upon their own personal journeys, seeking knowledge and wisdom, and displaying initiative in their pursuit of enlightenment. Please contemplate the potential hidden significance encapsulated within these seemingly enigmatic utterances. It is hoped that those who embark upon personal transformation, wherein they acquire profound wisdom and discernment, shall discover solace and comfort in the celestial realm, by the will of Allah. Travelers are advised to seek the divine protection at various points along their journeys, as guided by Allah. If there is a divine being, we humbly beseech that they cast their gaze upon these individuals and bestow upon them abundant blessings. We beseech the Prophet of Compassion to bestow upon us comprehension and the fortitude to manifest it in our actions. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, we humbly seek your wise counsel as you have presented the concept of three choices. We humbly anticipate that through the divine guidance of Allah, His words shall effectively guide us towards the righteous path. We, in utmost humility, beseech the most merciful and most compassionate deity for aid and support. In the Islamic faith, Allah is exalted as the ultimate embodiment of divine authority and supremacy. We, your humble servants, beseech you with utmost reverence and surrender, acknowledging that it is solely through your divine intervention that individuals may be guided towards the captivating path of Islam and discover a profound sense of contentment within their existence.